Why aren't you teaching your sons not to do this? This is what I'm saying.
Did your father tell you not to bust it open?
Does your father tell you you can just bust any female open that you want to just because you're attracted to her?
They're busting it open
Mom,
is
I'm
key
asking
on
you a
your
question.
autonomy as a man.
Oh my God. That is unacceptable. Kids wearing makeup at like in elementary. I've seen that too. That's unacceptable. Allow children to be children. It's so much that they have to deal with once they get older. Allow them to stay in that space for as long as they can, because life start getting real. And when you start making them look like an adult, tension that comes along with looking like an adult, especially for females.
I do want to make this aware. I do want to bring this, like, most of the time when men or predators in general, they go after kids, right? It's never a kid that looks like an adult. It's a kid that looks like a kid. It's a kid that dresses like a kid. They don't want to know.
Where's the data for that? Where's the data for that?
Well, it's mostly with people that you know too. Typically, a lot of cases is family friends.
It was a family member, but what I'm saying is people who are attracted to kids do not go after kids who don't look like kids. That's
we're not
even talking about
you have Google.
We're so busy trying to, how do we avoid predators? How do we dress to avoid? If somebody is a predator, they're going to prey. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. There's nothing that you can wear to attract a graper, a predator. There's nothing that you're doing. This is where we get into the victim blaming realm, right? Let me know how it works out, because as long as I've known, we've been training women to avoid predators, and it has not worked. It has not worked. It doesn't matter what she wears, what street she goes down, who she's around, how she wears her hair. If a man wants to be a predator, he's going to prey. It doesn't matter what she's wearing. If he wants to see her in a sexual manner and she's a 5-year-old little girl, you can't tell me that a grown-ass man is looking at a 5-year-old girl and he's like, no, don't blame it on me. Blame it on her bathing suit.
I agree, but you don't set the stage to make it easier to happen, is all I'm saying.
Here's the problem, though.
Y'all bug the fuck out. It's scary.
What I'm trying to say is you don't set the stage to make it easier for something that you can't control. Hold on. You don't set the stage to make it easier to happen. Using your example, if I know that there are a group of men that are in down this corner, and I know what is popping off on that corner, I would be a fool to still say, well, I should be able to walk down that corner anyway, and I'm gonna go, and then get mad if something happens. Now, should it happen? Absolutely not. But part of me protecting myself is to know, you know what, that signifies danger. And as women, we get these feelings. We know when stuff don't feel right. And a lot of times we ignore that, right? We don't listen to it. So I knew in my neighborhood, there was just certain places that I was not gonna go because I knew the potential. Even on our stairwell, just going on, like trying to take the steps instead of taking the elevator so we can hurry up and get downstairs. Stuff used to pop off on that stairwell. It was unsafe. And I ran into a situation where something almost popped off. But I did not go with my thought of knowing I shouldn't be taking these stairs by myself. Now,
why are we not holding?
I can't wear a bathing suit. I can't walk downstairs.
Nobody said.
You sound like the auntie that don't believe your niece.
Y'all gotta pass the microphone. Let us
what
talk
were you wearing? What you were walking down those stairs? You know you shouldn't have been walking down those stairs.
That's not the point she's making
at all. You know you shouldn't have been wearing that.
Also, because you understand. Let me ask you this: if you have a daughter, and you know in a certain neighborhood that you are in, are you going to allow your daughter to just roam freely? Period, knowing that there's the environment that you in is potentially unsafe.
So why are we not holding men to the accountability?
That's not what I asked. I'll answer that.
Hold the
I'll
woman
answer
accountable
that.
for letting her.
I'll answer that. But
This is weird.
I need you guys to answer that question. I don't mind answering
You
that.
asking them
But
to hold.
that is
You
the
asking them to
question.
hold themselves accountable.
Would
They're
you
not going to do
allow
that.
your child to go
They're
down
not
the
going to do that. You
stairwell that you
asking.
know is
Asking
unsafe?
people that don't
Can you
practice
let her talk?
accountability for accountability.
Listen,
They're not going to
my
do that.
question is, would you let your child go down a stairwell that you know is unsafe when you've already heard that girls have been raped, that guys are selling drugs in the stairwell? Would you allow your child saying, well, they should be able to do that in their home, and it's the guy's fault if something happened? Would you allow them to do that?
It's not a matter of what you allow.
Answer the
It's about
damn
what's
question.
going. It's going to happen
Hold
regardless. That's the
y'all.
point.
DJ
It's going to happen regardless of what
No, it's not.
stairwell you could avoid. So you could avoid all the stairwells. That's the point, right? There are still women that avoid the stairwells, avoid the short skirts, avoid the dark alleys, and they still get raped. You said it yourself. Most of the time when women are getting raped, it's by people they know, family members, trusted family friends. And you're talking about a dark stairwell? Miss me.
So here's the problem.
So for me to answer that question, so me when I
answer the question.
So for me to answer that, I'm gonna answer that question because I have my oldest will be 18, right? My oldest daughter will be 18 in a couple of months. For the type of person that I am, no, I will tell her to avoid it. But I'm also the type of parent, I legally own a gun. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to give because what she does is she walks around with mace, right? She has a taser as well. I'm going to make sure my daughter protects herself just in case, right? Like she said, just in case she doesn't take the stairwells, right? But then she runs into another person who still has that mentality. And then I also want to go back. It's just kind of, everything is just on the woman. It's just kind of like, why do women have to, don't dress this way because, so a man won't think this way about you. But why aren't we talking about to the men saying, why are you thinking like this? So, like, why do you feel, wait, can I finish talking? Can I finish talking? Can I finish talking? Why aren't we talking to the men and saying, why are these thoughts coming in your head and you feel like it's okay for you to act upon them? Why aren't we saying like to the men, like, why do a woman have to dress a certain type of way for you not to look at her and be like, oh, I want to have sex with her. I want to touch her. I want to dominate her in a way where, is.
No, you had it coming. You were in the wrong stairwell. You had it coming.
Right.
Because
you had right. Why?
Because your father told you not to dress like that. That's why you don't dress like that. Because your father.
Why aren't you teaching your sons not to do this? This is what I'm saying.
Did your father tell you not to bust it open?
Did your father tell you you can just bust any female open that you want to just because you're attracted to her?
Did busting it open impede on your autonomy as a man?
Oh my God!
Did that woman? No. Did busting it open?
The topic is not even about
violates your actual autonomy.
The topic wasn't even ever about no damn predators.
Yeah, that's what I
thought. It was about women deviating from their own culture and embracing a European culture so they can go get slutted out.
Busting it open never violated no man, but when you
DJ, how do you gonna interrupt this man?
And then they're gonna teach their daughters how to get slutted out. The reason why they don't want to live in the culture that they come from and abide by their father's rules because they turned off by God. They said they fear it, they're afraid of it because if they read the Bible and they live according to it, they'll get afraid or they get turned off by it. So they want to deviate so they can pop their pussy. That's what it is.
Thank you.
And then you got to sneak around. The woman says she got to sneak around to be a hoe. You wanted to do that shit. So these women out here that's going out here to be hoes, and then they letting their daughters be hoes. They all gonna get held accountable. They all trash. They're all delusional, and they should get what they deserve.
Are you Christian? You're Christian, right? Okay.
No, I don't call my.
What do they deserve, Darwin? No, wait. What do they deserve?
To not get married.
No. Don't answer for him.
That's not
what do they deserve.
I said they get what they deserve.
Oh, what do they? I heard what you said. I'm asking you. No. Don't let them out of it. What do they deserve?
They get the penalty. They get penalized for the consequences.
What's the consequences?
Don't beat around the bush. Say it.
I did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
consequences.
All right, so
I do
want to say something. You said
behave
that
that way, you get what the fuck you deserve.